In this video, we'll go through exam questions that cover the criteria read 12-hour digital and analog clocks in hours. You can locate the questions on the mathsmath.com website under Entry 1. The questions come from different exam boards. We'll start with the non-calculated questions and then we'll move to the calculator questions. Here is the first one. Rob gets to the tram station on the time below. What time does he get to the tram station? Looking at the shorthand, it's pointing at 11. And the minutes hand, the long hand, that's pointing at 12. So this tells us it's 11 o'clock. Evie opens the shop at 7 o'clock. Which clock shows 7 o'clock? Tick your answer. So 7 o'clock, we're looking for the shorthand to point at 7. Where is that? For the first one, that's pointing at 3. For this one, it's pointing at 5. For this one, it's pointing at 7. And checking the minutes hand, that's pointing at 12, so this is the correct one. Looking at D, that's pointing at 10 o'clock, so it's not the one we're after. Dylan arrives at the stables at 8 o'clock. Which clock shows when he arrives at the stables? Tick your answer. So again, we're looking for the shorthand to point at 8. For A, that's pointing at 10, so that's 10 o'clock. This one is 9 o'clock. This one is 7 o'clock, and this one is 8 o'clock. So this is the one we're after. From now on, we can use a calculator, although you don't really need to use a calculator when it comes to time at this level. Leila works in a restaurant. The clock shows the time Leila starts work. What is the time on the clock? So shorthand is pointing at 8. The minutes hand, the long hand, is pointing at 12. So that tells us it's 8 o'clock. Oh, I need to add 8 here as well. The clock shows the time a yoga class starts. Rita says the yoga class starts at 1 o'clock. Is Rita correct? Show why you think this. This is 10 o'clock. So is Rita correct? We're going to say no. And the answer is that it's 10 o'clock. Alex starts his lunch break at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Which clock shows 1 o'clock? Tick your answer. First one is showing 11. Second one is showing 1 o'clock. So we have 1 followed by 2 zeros, which tells us that it's 1 o'clock. C, that is 10 o'clock, and D is 2 o'clock. So the only correct option is B. The clock shows the time Alicia arrives at the museum. What time does the clock show? So the hours hand or the shorthand is pointing at 4, and the minutes hand is pointing at 12. So that tells us it's 4 o'clock. The delivery arrives at the shop at 9 o'clock in the morning. Which clock shows 9 o'clock? Tick your answer. A, that is 9 o'clock. B is 11 o'clock. C is 7 o'clock. And D is 4 o'clock. So the only correct option is A. The clock shows the time that Penny delivers the computer. What time does the clock show? Starting with the shorthand, the hours hand, that is 11. And the minutes hand, that's pointing at 12, so that is o'clock. 11 o'clock. Rosie and her mum receive parcels in the post. Rosie looks at the clock when the parcels arrive. What time do the parcels arrive? The hours hand is pointing at 2. The minutes hand is pointing at 12. So 2 o'clock. Rosie starts school at 9 o'clock. Which clock shows 9 o'clock? Tick your answer. A shows 4 o'clock, B shows 8 o'clock, C shows 7 o'clock, D shows 9 o'clock. So D is the correct answer. A man wants to order a cake before the bakery closes. The bakery closes at 5 o'clock. The man checks the time on his watch. Is the bakery open now? Give a reason for your answer. Checking the time. This is 6 o'clock. The bakery closes at 5 o'clock, so the bakery has already closed. So, is the bakery open now? We're going to say no. Reason, it is 1 hour late, or it is 6 o'clock now, something like that, or it closed 1 hour earlier. A woman wants to order cupcakes for all the people in her office. There are 18 people. The bakery sells cupcakes in these boxes. How many boxes of cupcakes does she need to order? Give a reason for your answer. So, in the box we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it has 9, and to get to 18, you're going to go 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So from 9 we're adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So another 9. So we have 9 already. If we add another 9 cupcakes, that will make 18. So she needs to order 2 boxes. So you can imagine another box here with another 9 cupcakes. And the reason is that 9 add 9 equals 18. So 9 cupcakes are not enough. So 1 box is not going to be enough. We need 2. She tells the baker she will pick up the cakes at 1 o'clock. Which of these clocks shows the time she will pick up the cakes? Tick 1. So we're looking for 1 o'clock. This is 8 o'clock, this is 4 o'clock, this is 1 o'clock. This is 3 o'clock. So the only correct option is C. A man visits a craft shop. This is the sign on the door. We open at 10 o'clock. The man checks the time on his watch. It's 11. Is the shop open now? Give a reason for your answer. Yes, it is. The reason is that it opened 1 hour earlier. What time does the clock show? So it's 8 o'clock. Because we see the hours here first, and then we see the minutes. And if it's followed by 00, that tells us that it's 8 o'clock in a digital clock. This is a digital clock with the numbers like this, with the digits. This is an analog clock. That's what we call that. The chef asked the waiter to set the table at 6 o'clock. The waiter checks his watch, and it is 6 o'clock. Should he start setting the table now? Give a reason for your answer. Yes. The reason is that it is 6 o'clock now. The party will start at 3 o'clock, so somebody's organizing a party or attending a party. Which of these clocks shows the time the party will start? Tick 1. So this one is 3 o'clock, and that's what we're after. This one is 5 o'clock, this one is 2 o'clock, and this one is 4 o'clock. So the only correct option is A. A man wants to catch the next bus from the bus station. This is the bus timetable. Number 7, bus times. Bus station, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock. The man checks the time on his clock. It is 4 o'clock. What is the time of the next bus the man can catch? Give a reason for your answer. So the next one that the man can catch is 5 o'clock, the 5 o'clock one, because the 3 o'clock one has already gone. The 7 o'clock one, you need 3 hours for that. And the 9 o'clock one, you need even longer, you need 5 hours. So the next one is 5 o'clock in 1 hour. So we're going to say that the 5 o'clock bus comes in 1 hour. Tick the clock that shows 7 o'clock. So this is 11 o'clock. This is 8:30. Actually, this is 7 o'clock. This is 6 o'clock. So we're looking for 7 o'clock, and that is this one here. And this is the end of the questions.